course, new grid for this one. We've got drivers who we've not seen race just yet. So you can see there on the left-hand side of your screen, the 912, Andrea Mani, the driver on the X30 chassis. He's getting himself primed ready, starting on that front row. He's got Zdeněk Babacek alongside. Zdenek's been pretty quick all the way throughout this, but he's not looking quick at the moment because that's not fired up. Oh, it has now, and he's got going. So this is qualifying heat C and D for Mini X30. And a brief panic moment there for that driver. So here's the starting order then. Andrea Mani and Zdeněk Babacek will start on the front row. Angelina Torres and Nikita Nikishov will start on row number 2. Toby Gale and Maxim Bobajov will go from row 3. Meli Machad and Stefan Minciuna go from row 4. Vincente Capella and Nilas Malik go from row 5. Londono Brando and Beatriz Costa go from row 6. Ruben Cabello and Jeremy Rovers round out the grid. 14 karts in this one. 7 rows of racing. And we will see what they will do, of course. Pretty much like we'll see from the first mini race, you'll see these drivers huddle into groups, work together, and then battle in the latter stages. But you'll see groups start to form as they all try to use the slipstream effect down these long straights here. It can gain you quite a bit of time around this 1500 meter circuit. Like I say, it's a long circuit for these drivers to negotiate. And again, very technical, challenging with the big uphill sections. The karts almost feel like they come to a stop at the top of the hill, but they keep going as they sweep round. And it's a very flowing section at the top here, but if you do end off the racing line, you'll find yourself being swamped by the pack. And that's, again, the one thing that you see in these mini races is that if you lose one spot, you're guaranteed to lose 3, maybe 4 afterwards, as the whole pack is there. So it is a great stepping stone for these young drivers. You can learn so much in these younger divisions that you can use going into your junior and senior racing careers. So right now, this is where these drivers are going to learn absolutely everything they will need to. And some of these drivers, very experienced in mini racing already. Some of them, it's their first year. Some of them, it's their first time in the international class as well. Some are only national drivers out in this one. So it's a big shake-up for all the drivers. But like we say, 7 minutes on this one. Andrea Mani on the left-hand side. Zdeněk Babacek on the right. Let's see what they can do. Into the tram lines. Lights go out. Here we go then. Great start from the front row, but it looks like Andrea Mani has got the whole shot as they go through in towards turn 1. And again, sweeping down the inside, that looks like Nikita Nikishov, who has managed to get through up into P2 as they climb up the hill now for the first time. And up through turns 4 and 5. Any moves down the inside? Many moves down the inside, but everyone gets through nice and clean. No one spinning off into the dusty part of the track, but there is a bit of contact and jostling at the back of the field as everyone tries to find their spot on the circuit. But everyone getting through. It looks like Londono Brando for the Canadian driver, just trying to find their spot at the back there. But a nice, clean breakaway at the front for Andrea Mani, who has managed to open up quite an advantage there, chopping and changing for about 5th or 6th place as they all try to find their feet out on circuit. But again, they exit out of turn 14, down the hill now into this tricky section here. You can see tucking in there is Mel Mashad as he goes through, and Zdeněk Babacek investigation flag. So was that potentially for the start? Well, I'm not sure. We'll find out later on and see what happens with that one. So here they go then, across the line. Andrea Mani leads the way from, it's actually Angelina Torres who's there in 2nd place from Zdeněk Babacek. Toby Gale in 4th place. Nikita Nikishov is in P5. Maxim Bobajov's had a pretty good start. He's stayed in his race position there in P6. Mel Mashad still there in 7th place from Stefan Minciuna. Jeremy Rovers. Fantastic start for Jeremy. He's up into P9 now, 5 places gained from Beatriz Costa. Malik dropping down the order with Brandano, Capella and Perez. So, group of 4 just behind as they chop and change. As down the inside there goes the 911 of Jeremy Rovers. Tries to get that move done to move up more places, but nice little chopping and changing here. The 916 actually getting through there as well. Maxim Bobrajov. So Maxim doing a good job here as squeezing down the inside. There goes the Frenchman, Manchard. Gets that move done. Moves up another position as well. So nice, clean racing so far for the Minis as super defensive they go across the start-finish line. Nikishov there just trying to find a way past Toby Gale there. But Gale just hugging that inside line just to stop any attack, and down the inside, nice move there from Manchard, who gets that move done, gets past Bobrajov. Bobrajov now falling down the order a little bit, but he's still in a good position. Toby Gale there just saying, you know, come on, let's work together. And Nikishov there just somewhat agreeing and staying behind, not going for any moves just yet. Here's the battle for the race lead, though, as Andrea Mani is under pressure. So he had an advantage in the early stages, but Angelina Torres has closed the gap. So Angelina there doing a good job in these early stages of the race. And keep an eye on Zdeněk Babacek as well. Very quick driver. Still there in P3. So they're starting to break away. But are they going to work together for the rest of these laps until the last lap? Or are they all going to go for a move early doors in towards turn 1? No positions gained or lost for anyone. But I've got to say, Angelina Torres is looking very quick here. And looks like potentially going to go for a move. Oh, and there's a driver off the circuit there. It's the 932 that's off the track. That is Nilis Malik. And he's off the track there. Not sure what happened to him there, but that's at turn 16 at the bottom end of the track, but he doesn't look happy. Zdeněk Babacek then, fastest lap of the race. The Czech driver doing a 1:11.418. He's in the back of this trio, looking like he wants to go for the move, but again, he kind of needs to wait a little bit. Change for the race lead as well, as Babacek has gone for that change of lead, so he managed to get 2 places in 1. So Mani now down into P2. Torres there in P3 now. So chopping and changing all the way throughout. Good to see for these drivers. So back onto the start-finish straight they go. They end lap 3, start lap 4, and again, not down the inside this time around. Andrea Mani just thinks against it. So stays behind as they climb back up the hill. Again, at this point, they probably want to think, should we work together, try and drop Angelina Torres, who has been quick here. Babacek again with the fastest lap of the race. He likes the clear air in front, and I suspect the bump draft from Andrea Mani just behind. So Mani so far not going for the move, but really looked a little bit untidy as they went through that downhill section there, and you can see the gap opened up just a little bit there, but still cool, calm, collected. Now straight back on that rear bumper of Babacek as they go through once again. Very close for these drivers, but again, this is mini racing in a nutshell. You'll see drivers latch on to the rear bumper of the driver in front of them and then just work together to try and open up a gap in this sort of mid-race lull that they'll be in. So just keep an eye on them, but they'll, I'm sure in the last race you'll see one of them go for a move. The battle just behind, though, certainly is heating up. So this is for 4th down to 8th. It's Manchard who's still there, the Frenchman in the 933 in 4th place. 3 places gained in this race alone. Toby Gale still there, but I think he's just been dropped down the order. Maxim Bobrajov still in that group as well. I think he's 2nd in that group now. You can see Nikita Nikishov there in 3rd in that group. So as Babacek again, fastest lap of the race. All the ones, 1:11.111. So good to see there, still leading the way, but still nothing between those top 2. Again, no moves this time around, just working together. 8 wheels works much better than 4, but now we're starting to see some different racing lines here. Andrea Mani thinking that he might want to go for the move down in towards turn 16 this time around. Is he going to go for it? Big look over the shoulder there for Babacek. Goes defensive. Mani sweeps to the outside, trying to get the switch back here, but can't find the gap. Hasn't got the momentum, stays behind as they go through. Keep an eye out then for a move in towards turn 1. Again, big look over the shoulder. Babacek goes defensive as they go on to the final lap now. Mani on the outside. He's not going to have the momentum up the hill here. He may have a better exit slightly here, so he might look to the inside at turn number 5. Keep an eye on it as Babacek goes defensive. Mani to the outside, gets the switch back. Can he get the pass through turn 6 and 7? No, he can't. He has to stay behind. Again, goes to the outside at turn 8. That's a bold move as you head back downhill, but again, can't find the gap. Zdeněk Babacek leading the way still, holding on to that one, but keep an eye. Mani wanting to go for that move, and a big oversteer moment there for Andrea Mani as they exit out of turn 11. And again, Babacek goes defensive in towards turn 12, and again, watch for the switchback here as they exit out, but again, not trying to find that move just yet. Keep an eye on Torres as well, because Torres is starting to close that gap also. It's still just over a second, but again, on the outside, Babacek's got the inside line, and it looked like Andrea Mani had the momentum to hold the outside line as they go in towards turn 16. And again, a little bit of a left out there, just that slightly better exit there from Andrea Mani. Again, it could be a run to the line here as they are side by side. It is to the run to the line, but he gets squeezed onto the grass there and across the line. Oh, dear me. That's the closest finish we've seen for the top 3. Zdeněk Babacek takes it by 0.02 of a second from Andrea Mani. Angelina Torres finished in P3 only 0.05 of a second behind the top 2. There were 3 wide across the line, but again, as they crossed the line there, that was very, very close racing. But there it is at the end of 7 laps. Zdeněk Babacek takes the win, only just though from Andrea Mani. Angelina Torres. Mel Manjad crosses to take P4. Maxim Bobashov at the end of that one does finish P5. And Nikita Nikashov finishes P6. Toby Gale crosses the line in P7. Jeremy Gruvers, great race for him. 6 places gained. He finishes P8. Londono Brando finishes in 9th place from Beatriz Costa. Ruben Cabello takes 11th place from Vicente Capella, and David Menchuna finishes in P13. Only 1 retirement from that one. Nilis Malek I'm not sure what happened to his car. Not sure if it was an incident or a breakdown. It was just off camera, so hopefully all is okay with the car. They can get that fixed and back out onto the circuit. Again, a look at the classifications there for qualifying heat C and D for Mini X30. Next time we see the Minis, it will be straight after the lunch break, which will be at 2:35. They will have 2 back-to-back heats for race 13 and 14. Yeah, we will see them again